Yaaah! It's
Re-upload.
time.
I know, not ideal, but I am currently not in the position to do any type of editing. You see, I've been working on this fairly long video that I've prepped up to upload today, but things happen. I was supposed to get my own hotel room, which I did, but due to unfortunate circumstances, I now stay in an apartment where I share the place with my sister, cousin, auntie, and lastly, my mom. And spoiler alert, the video I was supposed to upload has a lot of gooner shit, and me personally, I don't really want to spend most of my time doing a Five Nights at Freddy's simulator. So instead, I'm just gonna replace it with another video that covers gooner shit, but was already done a few months ago and just hadn't seen the light of day due to YouTube being on my ass. And with that being said, you guys would probably have already correctly assumed that this video is going to be extremely censored. Not a speck of lewdness will come out of this video. Not even a little bit of a lucky perfect. No, nada. If you want that shit, it'll be available on Patreon. You got it? Okay. Time for the video. So recently I've been trying to use more Reddit. Yeah, that Reddit. I've never really used it before, but I realized it's actually kind of an interesting place. Now, I hope that I won't ever get to a point where people call me a Redditor per se, cause like, honestly, I prefer to be racially abused, but I do see the reasons why I should use it. The memes can be pretty funny, people are more free to post anything there, they also have a subreddit dedicated to wolves eating watermelon. I mean, come on, that's pretty fire. But recently, it's also helping me with recommendations whenever I hover around the r/Manhwa subreddit. I can't show it much on YouTube, but this place is a gem. So far, the people are nice, they tell you what to read and what to avoid depending on what you're looking for, they have their own awards, and most importantly, they've reminded me of a work that I did not know has returned. A gooner manhwa, or goonhwa for short, that I read 3 years ago and had no idea had returned from its hiatus. And that is none other than Switch On. Let me give some context. This used to be one of my favorite reads at the time. I don't remember much of the story, but I do remember having fond memories of reading it. Not that way. And just overall liking the romance that happens in this series. That being said, that was 3 years ago. The person I am now is completely different to the person that went to college. The person I am now is different to the person who foolishly thought that Indomie is overrated. A person with that opinion needs to be burned alive. And usually, whenever I revisit old shows that I remember previously liking, sometimes it doesn't really end well. I used to love Spider-Man No Way Home, but now I think it's just above average. I used to like Toradora, but now, I think there are better ones out there. I remember liking Mommies, but now I love them. Ha, you thought you got me there, huh? Or in terms of goonhwas, I remember loving Learning the Hard Way. But when I tried it out again a few months ago, I was like,
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as fuck.
But I will say that this feels different, because I just had this nagging feeling that I was gonna enjoy rereading this manhwa and re-experience the love I had for it all those years ago. Was there a reason for it? Was the story really as good as I remembered? Or was it pure nostalgic faith that a lovely memory would never betray me? Well, let's find out by telling you about the So the manhwa starts with a monologue. It's already been 1 month since I started college. Although, it's about time for me to have adjusted to college life, it's a different case for me considering my— Okay, we're not doing this. The person who was just talking was this guy, aka our main character. Now, I don't know what to call him, because in my head, I like calling him by his Korean name, which is Heejun, but then after a while, they localized the name and now he's called Henry, which is kind of confusing because both of these names are pretty similar, so I don't know why you had to change it in the first place. But people like calling him Henry. At least I assume so, because every time I see people talk about him in the subreddit, they refer to him as Henry, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call him Albert. You see, Albert is creeping around because he is afraid of a certain someone, to which that certain someone came from behind him and assaulted him from the back with a Muay Thai leg kick. I mean, seriously, that form is immaculate. Ready, Sunbae? Yeah. What's up, bitch? Why are you looking like you're avoiding me? What? Nah, you tripping. I wasn't avoiding you. I just kind of stink, so I'd feel bad if you came close and started fainting. Aw, that's it? Don't worry, I'm into that shit. Huh? Anyways, here's my bag. Go and carry it for me. Onegaishimasu. Yes, of course, my lady. Anything for you, my lady. So the reason why Albert is being so submissive towards Reddy is because of one incident that haunted their memories forever. It all started when he went to a student orientation trip where he wanted to look cool in front of everyone by drinking himself to death. Now, for fellow people who has tried alcohol before, you would know that doing that for your first time is not a good idea. So when he went out to go and discard all the toxins inside of his body, he ran into a pretty sunbae that he's met for the first time and tripped and got an accidental lucky. Now, in a normal way of things, the girl would go, "Yeah, what are you doing, baka?" But this manhwa proves that it's not like the other ones. Because before Reddy could even muster a complaint, she is met with a face you would never want to see from a man when he is on top of you. Oh, that's nasty. So from that incident, he essentially became her slave, and honestly, I don't even blame the girl. Now he is pretty much dancing within her palm. Whatever she asks him to do, he does it regardless of his desires. Because whenever he does try to rebel, she would remind him of the smell that traumatized her, and he would be suffocated with guilt until he couldn't take it anymore and went back to being her slave again. But see, he's starting to get a bit sick of it. So he swore that when the opportunity arises where he can flip the switch, he will, like Eminem, seize the moment and never ever let it go. Oh, yo, Reddy, you got a call. Oh, for real? Here, let me get it. Yeah? Girl, don't even get me started. Hey, Reddy, you dropped something. What the flip is this? Okay, so for this part of the recap, I'm just gonna describe it in the most SFW way possible because I'm scared of getting spanked by Daddy YouTube. Basically, the remote controls a device that shall not be named, and it is currently placed within her vicinity, which shall not be named. And he accidentally clicked one of the buttons, which activated said device that shall not be named, and from there, the situation spirals out of control while she is trying to present her college thesis, which also shall not be named. We gotta respect her privacy. But anyways, eventually Reddy found out that the entire chaos was due to the fault of our main character. Now she starts crashing the fuck out because, I mean, wouldn't you? Saying all nasty stuff like how he's stupid, reckless, a chud, probably worse than Kazuya from Man's Girlfriend, and he's like, oh, okay, now that's crossing the line. And he ends up crashing out as well, calling her stupid, reckless, a femcel, probably worse than Sakura from Naruto. Oh, I mean, that's not bad. The anime version. Oh, yeah, that's bad. But much to everyone's surprise, instead of smacking back on Albert, our girl here apparently liked how he got angry. And you're probably thinking, damn, what a freak. Now hold on, let's not be too quick with our judgments here. You see, Reddy may be something of an honor student, but her entire life has been dictated by her helicopter parent father, who is rigid and controlling in everything that she does. Because of it, she becomes very pent up, frustrated from having nothing at all to do apart from studying and following her father's standards. And that's where Albert comes in. He uses her situation as some sort of blackmail when really that entire situation is something that Reddy is actually looking forward to. So, she's still a freak. Yes, but with extra steps. Basically, even though this may seem like she is in danger, she basically said, nah bitch, I am the danger. Kind of. Basically, Albert still has power over her, but with her consent. So she said, just do whatever you want with me. Whatever I want? Yeah. Then let's play some Uno! Uno, go fuck yourself! Now, but for real, Reddy then explains her situation to Albert, so he decides to step up and said, listen, I am going to change your life. You will? Yeah. Just leave it to me, Reddy-senpai. Oh, thank you. This is what I've been looking for. I can finally be free. That's right. Now, put this up your ass and call me daddy. Now that we talked about the plot, it's time to introduce the next character, who is the harbinger of chaos in this manhwa, and we'll call her none other than Whitey. Not because I'm racist, but because of her hair color. Alright, she's the girl who got interested in Albert when she found out about their master-slave type deal and got interested in what type of man he is. And I know what you're thinking. Oh great, another typical love rival character who is smug, confident, and sultry. Ugh. She's just like the rest of them. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are absolutely correct. However, I am here to be her lawyer and represent why she is valid and is probably the best character in the entire series. Because yes, she is very generic in the grand scheme of things, but she's used in a way to bring the plot forward and does it in a very entertaining way. Let's first talk about Reddy. She's a girl who is very reliant on Albert, yet very much dishonest about her feelings. She would assault him and berate him with verbal abuse a lot of times, but don't get it twisted. She's just doing that because she's shy and she's not used to feeling feelings. feelings. See guys, she's not a bitch, just misunderstood. Now compared it to Whitey, someone who brings confidence, is provocative, and very upfront about her feelings to Albert. Not long after we have around a few action scenes together with her, she invites him to go on a date, very menacingly. Oh god, if I don't do as she says, she's going to blackmail me by revealing to everyone about my relationship with Reddy. Grrr. Yet when they go on a date, they just straight up went on a date. Now Albert doesn't understand, but even I was confused. In a Manhwa, this is usually when things get extra spicy, but no. This is just a girl shooting her shot and being herself to try to get her man. Yo, is this it? Huh? Oh, damn. I didn't know you wanted me that bad. No, I just meant, I'm pretty sure you're the villainess of the love triangle, so I thought you were blackmailing me to get my body and soul or some shit. I mean, yeah, but I thought you already knew that I wanted us to spend a day together. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Is it really that weird to want to spend time with the person you like? Jesus Christos! This bitch is bold! Mind you, that is the first confession of the series, and she just laid it out like it was nothing. But not in a way where she's trying to manipulate him, no. If she's the villain of the story, she's being a damn good smooth criminal. Because now, even when Reddy is trying to come in, Whitey intervenes and steals the entire series. Just when you thought you were gonna see Reddy again after a few chapters, Whitey tells you, nah, look at me. I'm the captain now. And this spiciness is what really gets me so hooked on this manhwa. This girl who saw a tsundere not being honest about her feelings, and she took that and was like, I bet. If you don't want him, then don't mind if I do. Now don't get me wrong, the main stars are still Albert and Reddy. I may have called her a bitch, misunderstood, but their chemistry together is very fun and I love seeing them go at it. In more ways than one. And they also made it pretty obvious from the cover that this is the couple to go for. But Whitey puts up such a good fight where even if you dislike her, you gotta respect her. Don't believe me? Well, let me tell you about my favorite moment in the entire series, and possibly my top 10 favorite moment in manhwa history amongst the likes of The Greatest Estate Developer or The Boxer and other legendary works. I am serious, this moment is so good. But just FYI, before I proceed, I'm gonna let you know that this is sort of spoiler territory, so if you want to go into this manhwa very blind, then you have been warned. Okay, you ready? So yeah, Albert and Whitey got caught in public by Reddy. What? I told you it was spoiler territory. And this caused the biggest rift in the show. Reddy gets passive aggressive. Albert goes, Reddy, it isn't what it looks like. I don't want to talk to you. Oh shit. Yeah buddy, she is pissed. Come on Reddy, at least let him talk for a little bit. You, don't talk to me. Oh dearie me. This is serious. And that's when things just came flowing out between Reddy and Albert. Reddy feels like she's been betrayed and played the entire time, and while Albert tries to defend himself, he also starts lying in order to not hurt her feelings. Yet that backfired because she could immediately tell that he wasn't telling the truth, and the scene ends with Reddy going away and leaving Albert alone. And this lasts for a while with our two lovebirds not being on speaking terms, and even if Albert does get through to her, he doesn't even know what to say. And that's when Whitey came in and said, don't worry babe, I got this, and slapped the absolute shit out of her verbally. I meant verbally. First, she talks about how Albert just wants to satisfy Reddy and how he even got Whitey to help in doing that. And she's like, who would believe that? And Whitey's like, yeah, I guess it is hard to believe, but what should I do about it? That's the truth. Oof, damn, that stopped her crash out. Great defense from Whitey. Let's see how she goes on the offense. I heard about it, you know, the relationship you two have, and the deal he put out for you. That's an unequal treaty. Don't you think so? Huh? It was his idea in the first place. So, one side has to rack their brain to satisfy the other every time, but it's okay for the other side to do nothing and wait? Well, do you realize how horrible you are? God damn! In the first place, I can't understand why you're so mad at me. It's not like you're going out with him. Oof! That's a deadly combo right there! You told him you can't go out with him, right? So basically you're saying, I won't date you, but you have to do your best to serve me, but I can't see you with another woman other than me. Oh! Nani-sore? Who knew that I get blamed by someone who isn't even dating him? Oh, relax! She's already done! Reddy, do you think I'm an obstacle that's hindering your relationship with him? That's wrong. It's the opposite. Just let Albert go, you bitch. Yo, stop it! And then she ends it off with the biggest F you by straight up telling her that he likes Albert and how Reddy shouldn't even talk cause she can't even say something as simple as that. And when Reddy tried to retaliate, Whitey said, "Oh, by the way, you haven't even kissed him yet, right?" Well, never mind. This is the biggest ass whooping I have seen in a manhwa with not a single punch being thrown. This girl really gave her the verbal belt to ass, and she did it without thinking it was that big of a deal. Meanwhile, Reddy is fucking distraught. Got her doing the Debbie, "my husband just killed millions of people and called me a pet" pose. And good lord, she knocked the fucking tsundere out of her. Never in my life did I think the first and obviously main girl would struggle this much from a love rival. I've heard there are some mangas where the side heroines won the war, but this girl seriously bruised her up bad. And of course, this is used to forward Reddy's feelings and make the relationship progress even further for the season finale, but that chapter will forever be remembered as the day Whitey danced on her opponent's grave. It doesn't matter who wins. This is never going away. You see why I like this manhwa so much now? People yawn and groan when drama is introduced to the story when no, people are just sick of bad drama. This is the type of shit I'm looking for. The type of shit that makes things interesting. The type of shit that makes you drink tea, gasp, make you go, "Oh shit!" And on top of that, when things get resolved, you feel a breath and sigh of relief. I can go on and on, but this is just a season 1, and I don't want to talk about it too much in the case you guys read it so you can enjoy it for yourself. I haven't talked about the romance, the art, the cute moments. Just know that this series is a banger. Me mucho gusta. It has the perfect balance of genres that I look for in these types of manhwas, and honestly, not a lot of other works can do that. One of my favorites, and I can easily see myself putting it in my goated gunhwa's podium, so I am gonna end this off with giving Switch On a very good score of 9 out of 10. If we pretend that season 2 doesn't exist. Now obviously when I first saw the second season announcement, I was pretty excited. I mean, this is a gunhwa I've loved since I was 19. So yes, I am glad it's finally back after so long. I don't think people realize how long 3 to 4 years ago really was. Bro, Joe Biden was president back then. Joe Biden was president back then. So yeah, I felt like that one gift from Lego Batman, for sure, no doubt about it. But when I saw the cover art, 2 things immediately caught my attention. One, I saw 2 of my girlies, but then I also see...
Who the fuck is that guy?
Okay, we're gonna introduce a new girl. Already not much of a fan, purely because her hair color doesn't match with the others. On top of that, the manhwa left off his relationship with the 2 girls in a messy situation. More on this later. So I don't really think adding a new girl into the mix is a good idea. And number 2, the art style has clearly changed. I guess it got such a long hiatus due to that, but I loved season 1's art style. It perfectly encapsulated and captured both romance and actionable vibes very well. On top of that, our 2 girls just don't look the same, but whatever, right? I'm not one to complain about an art style change too much. I can get used to it, and as long as the story is still great, a change in the style shouldn't diminish my enjoyment of it.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Bro, this is just not the same person. Why is he so handsome? And I mean this in the worst way possible. Cause one of his charms was that he looked low-key below average. Heck, that's what got Whitey so interested in him in the first place. So taking away his appearance doesn't give him the approachable vibes he used to have. Do you still not get me? Okay, imagine Squidward. Now do you get it? Alright, not a good start, but we move on. Like I previously mentioned, I can get used to this. An art style change is not the end of the world. As long as the vibe's still the same, the story is still good, then I won't have any complaints. I have so many complaints. The vibes are not the same. I don't like using that word because it reminds me of that one Marvel Rivals incident, but low-key, that is the best word to use to describe this. So spoilers for the season 1 ending, but it ended things off with Albert being on an open door. Reddy goes on a character arc, he rejects Whitey, but Whitey said, "Hey, I'ma keep trying though," and he's like, "Cool," and I'm like, "Cool." Then season 2 started and they said, "Oh yeah, now we're doing a 4-year time skip." After season 1, Albert left both of the girls, went to the military, and is now a returning student, where Whitey is his TA and Reddy works as a barista. Bro, just because we haven't seen him in 4 years doesn't mean you should skip 4 years of their life. And usually time skips between seasons are fine. Naruto's done it, One Piece has done it, Fairy Tail has done it, but the way this manhwa does it, is straight idiotic. Because Albert returns and he is just not the same person. I know I roasted his looks already, but no. I mean in terms of personality, he is rotten. I'll elaborate even more later, but for now, let me give a bit of a recap. So he is back to uni just to finish his studies and shut himself off from any type of romance. But he accidentally stumbled on the girl next to him, playing with inside the classroom. How original. Already, I'm gonna say that I feel offended. By this point, you not only replaced my main character, but now you're attempting to replace our main love interest too, with a completely new character and the exact same plot. Bro, again, I know it's been 4 years, but it's not like we forgot. Okay, well now Whitey confronts him about him disappearing after all these years. It's heartbreaking because Whitey clearly still likes him and is pouring her heart out, yet Albert is dismissing it and claims that he doesn't want to speak to her. Alright, fair enough, right? No, not really, because it turns out that he ended things off with her with just one text. I mean, what the f***, dude? Then later, she confronts him again and they talk for real now. Whitey's like, alright man, I get it. If you don't want me, that's fine. But you didn't end things off properly with me, so whatever. Go and date Reddy for all I care. Then he's like, what? I'm not dating Reddy. Oh, you're not? No, listen, you got it all wrong. Wow, I can't believe I actually have a chance. You really are my... Yo, what is your problem? I mean, to be fair, that is technically assault. So, yeah, that's kinda on you. Then later on, Whitey shoots her shot again. Listen, the one thing you gotta respect is her dedication. And before people say it's creepy, just know that he invited her in, okay? He agreed to it. The second time went much better. She's actually getting through to him, they're actually having a meaningful conversation, and Whitey actually scored. Only took us like 6 chapters, but hey, a W is a W. And this moment was very sweet. Albert is in denial and is being mean to her on purpose because he wants her to fall out of love for her. Yet even when he does things he knows she hated, she still stayed and accepted whatever he did. And this got him confused about how he feels about her, gets him angry at himself. His resolve of not pursuing any romance is faltering, and this got him having a crisis. And that's when Whitey gently held his face and told him to relax and not think about it for the moment. For now, just do whatever you want. Don't feel any kind of regret. I won't get in your way. I won't hate you. Just be here. Just don't disappear. Aw, that's sweet. Well, I'd say that went better than expected. How the hell did that happen? A word of warning, guys. This main character is a massive fucking prick. Because later on, we get another scene where Whitey is the girl of action again. Whitey goes over to his room and they literally just talked. That's it. They just talked and had a good time, and he started realizing, hey, this is actually not that bad. But things happened because Whitey saw something on his phone and they're about to go on another action scene. And he's like, don't you think you're going too far? First you cling to me, find my home, and now you're even snooping through my phone? And she said, it's because I feel like you're going to disappear again. I'm doing whatever I can because I feel like you're going to disappear again. I've been lonely. Even when I went to visit you in the military, you wouldn't see me. I had a hard time. And I know what I'm doing will just backfire on me, but you can still comfort me a little, can't you? Sorry, I don't know why I'm being like this either. Huh? She messed everything up, and now she's trying to get sympathy? No buddy, you mess everything up. So the mess everything up he's referring to is the big rift that happened all the way back in season 1. So basically, he blames her for all the trouble he's had with Reddy, because when he and Reddy reunited again after 4 years, more on this later, it felt awkward and he didn't know what to do. But Albert, I know it's been 4 years, so I can understand if you forgot. But you were the one who chose to play Smash Bros with Whitey. That was on you. But okay, for a second, let's blame it on Whitey that you guys got caught because she was the one who initiated it. So what? Remember the ass whooping she gave to Reddy in season 1? Like, she didn't say anything wrong. She was the definition of fact check status equals true. Y'all were not dating, so anything she did was just free game. Period. But he's decided to take out her anger on her, tie her up and starve her while eating some beef stew in front of her. Then when they start doing the Smash Bros, she talks about her feelings again and how happy she was, to which he mocked her about it, told her to shut up and just be an object, and still she followed through. Like, dang girl, is this man really worth it at this point? But then later on he does something more outlandish, something I don't want to talk about because it's just a little much to say the least. So much that this girl who's been so accepting finally speaks out and says, okay, this is going a bit too far. And he responds with this speech and talk shit about how she is this devious woman who's never once told the truth. But that's not true at all. If anything, she's the most honest person in the entire show. Did you forget who the tsundere was? Does anybody remember anything from season 1? Whitey's been scoring points left, right, and center. She's waited for you, she's visited you in the military, which you ignore. She worked as a TA, a job she never wanted to do but did so in hopes of seeing you. Yes, she went up to your house but didn't go in until you gave her the okay. When you were thinking of reporting her for finding out where you live, she's like, sure, go ahead if that's what you want. And he claims, ugh, you know I can't do that because you're popular and people will get mad at me if you leave, right? But bro, you talked shit to her in front of a crowd of people and you didn't care. You literally did that in the first chapter! And every time you guys play Smash Bros, she makes sure that you consent to it. Even when it goes against your favor, like when Reddy found out about their relationship, she covered for you by claiming that she forced it, when she didn't. I'm not telling you to like her back, but seriously, what else could you want? Because you had a moment where you guys just talked and you yourself said that you had a good time. But all of a sudden, you just feel angry at her, berate her for nothing, and then you literally, and I mean this, literally treat her as if she's not even a human being.
What? You just called me a sack of shit to my face. What's your f***ing problem?
Well, at least now we know who this new author's favorite girl was. What's that? Reddy doesn't get good treatment either. Good lord. Yeah, Whitey definitely has it the worst, but that don't mean Reddy has it good. She gets sidelined for the majority of season 2. I think she has as much screen time as Tenten in Naruto Shippuden, and even when she does appear on screen, it's just not the same. Season 1, they had the best chemistry. It was so fun seeing these two together just go at it, have some banter, but now, they don't even act like friends. They act more like co-workers. The one thing I can praise about the second season is that the new girl is cool. She has a cool story, a nice personality, some nice personalities, and there are some moments that kinda stay in my head rent-free. It just sucks that to do that, they sacrificed the previous two girls we met before and made them lesser versions of their previous self. This second season doesn't feel like the same manhwa at all. It feels like a completely new series, including some people that just so happen to have the same names as the previous one. Reddy is too quiet, Whitey is too clingy, and Albert isn't the lovable goofball from before. He's a cynic that's just f***ing mean. Like this panel, right? Clearly an obvious setup for a comedy. In fact, this is the type of joke that I always do for my videos. But the problem is, this is very uncharacteristic of her. Reddy, of all people, should know him best. They were pretty much in love with each other. Yet she doesn't know something as simple as her man being someone f***ing dumb and always falling for Whitey's temptations. She also claims that she's not over him, yet she tells Albert to go for the new girl. Like, did we forget who we're talking about here? This is the same girl who crashed out when she saw him with another female. What are we even doing here? No. Just because you're gonna start a new action arc already doesn't mean I'm gonna change my mind about the season. Shut up. I don't care how cute it is. I am not gonna start liking it. This is cheap. You saw people disliking the season and after 30 chapters you finally realized to switch things up. It's too late. Nah, I'm not falling for it. I am not falling for it. I'm inhaling copium again. Y'all, I was so close to titling this video How This Manhwa Fumbled the Bag or Make This Manhwa Great Again, but now I'm kinda back on his good side again. It really feels like this author saw how people were getting angry at how things were going and thought, you know what, let me put it back to these two girls again. And in a way, I respect it. He tried it out with this new girl he created and she ain't bad, don't get me wrong. It's just that, yo, why did you think this would work out? Why would you try a soft reboot to a series that everyone loved? We still remember the story that we had such fond memories of. Why would you try and make it to a completely different story? If you want to make your own, fine, make it your own. Call it The Adventures of Stupid Guy and Stupid Girl or something. Just leave our characters out of it. Because honestly, the only reason Whitey's been getting more screen time than Reddy is because she brings out his evil side. And that's a big part of season 2. This new girl likes it when he's a bad boy, a grumpy, slouching, evil mastermind. So it works out to bring in Whitey into it. But it's like he forgot, oh yeah, he should probably still be in love with Reddy. Okay, we'll bring her back. Now, I really hope that this doesn't mean that when this arc with Reddy is over, she's not gonna be sidelined for 30 chapters again. I also hope that the next time she has more screen time. Don't be too mean to Whitey. I know you hate her for some reason, but please, Author Nim, give us Whitey fans a break. Blue Girl can stay, she's cool, but I really don't want her to be the main girl or something, cause it just don't feel right for the newbie to be the winner. Is my copium high? Probably. Am I having too much hope and not seeing this with reason and reading this out of pure hope that something I love won't disappoint me? I don't know. Either way, season 2 really isn't that bad. It's just extremely different, and for fans of season 1, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow. But now that it's picking up, I'm willing to give it another try. If you can't handle it, honestly, I can't blame you. But if it does get amazing, I'll be the first to tell you to pick it back up. Season 1 is a 9 out of 10, and Season 2 is a 6 out of 10. So overall, I am going to give Switch On a score of 7.5 out of 10. Aloha me mateys, swear to god this is gonna be the last re-upload because I have no more deleted videos left. Unless this one gets taken down by YouTube again, which means I'll have to rework on it again to upload it 3 months later. But whatevs, thanks for being patient with me y'all, cutting me some slack because I'm currently in Shanghai having fun, going to Disney, eating some bomb ass food, meeting my favorite lesbians twice, and overall just having a good time. So I hope you guys have some fun too, and hopefully from watching my videos. Please, I am an attention whore. Uncensored version of this video is on my Patreon, my Instagram and Twitter is available in the description below, and of course, the second channel is still being consistent, so go ahead and check that out. And by the time this upload, I should be going back to streaming in like 20 days or so. Anyways, I don't got nothing else left to say. Bye-bye!